Once Human just had its August patch revealed. I have the entire patch notes here, everything that's going to be changing from gameplay optimizations to combat changes, trades, character controls, deviations, the new events, and what's coming to the new shop. We also have some big things to talk about for the PvE and the PvP side of things, some big tips and tricks within the game itself as well, and a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Once Human. Okay, so let's just jump right into the patch notes. What's going on there with that? Now, for some reason, I'm trying to locate these on the official website or anything like that. For some reason, there's just an article, this website, Core Marketing, that was able to get their hands on the patch notes. Again, I'm not too sure what's going on there with that, but they do have the full patch here, as well as what the opening statement is. I do want to mention here, as of recording this video and doing the audio, the patch notes has been officially dropped, so I'm just going to link to that version of it, which is like the Steam, as well as the Discord version. Right now, they're not on the website, but they do have the Steam one up. Just a bit of a side note there. So jumping into that, they said a new patch is coming to Once Human, and it's very big. This is the second major update since release. The servers will go down for 4 hours on August 1st at 4 a.m. UTC. So in comparison to NA times, EST will be 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. EST, 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. CST, and then that will be 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. PST. So technically for some that will be on July 31st when the maintenance starts, but it will end on August 1st. That will apply to all the NA region. Now jumping over into the patch itself, what we got there with that. I'm going to try to summarize these notes as they are very long and I will be here all day talking your ear off. So I'm going to try to include most of the valuable things here. First up, we have the Memetic optimizations. They've added a new item, the Memetic Specialization Memory Fragments, which will be usable, tradable, and seasonal. When you use it, you will gain the corresponding Memetic specialization effect. So essentially, you can get a ton of specializations there. It doesn't seem like it's going to be capped off anymore. And additionally, when you use the in-game item controller, there is a chance of obtaining a random memory fragment. All of these memory fragments will be destroyed at the end of the season, and they will not be sent to Eternal Land. They've optimized some other stuff there, the stacking of certain metal ingots in your backpack, and they've also optimized the Memetic specialization screen, or the display of it. That feature is going to be quite huge for this new season, really happy about that one. Gameplay optimizations is next here. They've expanded the highway pursuit route, and they've also fixed event times. They've increased the drops and optimized storage in the cargo scramble, and they've improved map interactions and combat invitations. When opening your map now, you can click on monolith or secure silos, and those icons will now display details for those individual items or individual sections. They've also done some optimizations for sproutlets. Those will now drop even if the player doesn't attack the truck, and they've also increased the quantity of sproutlets. There's also no longer a countdown timer when pressing ready for entering monolith or secure silos solo. You just be able to enter right in. It seemed kind of tedious there, or at least not needed. Jumping over, we have some vehicle optimizations. They've increased vehicle speed across the board, but this mainly pertained to the low-level motorcycles, and they've slightly increased the acceleration maximum speed of the other off-roaders and coupes. They've also done some work with the vehicle control issues, and they've added a stuck vehicle recovery and camera auto-centering options. They've also made it so that heavily damaged vehicles must now be repaired before they can be modified. And before, they had an issue where players would have to press a movement key once to be able to operate a vehicle. There shouldn't be any delay there. I've dealt with that a lot. Here's a really massive one that they added. This is for planting optimizations. They added a continuous planting function to the planter box. This will now function automatically and replant with the previously used seed and fertilizer. So you'll no longer need to constantly be going to your fertilization box and be doing that over and over again. Someone did point out here, what would be the point of Growshroom now that this is added? However, someone else commented here saying this actually makes him better. You don't have to give him any seeds. He'll just harvest for you what's in the planter, and it can be refilled with whatever seeds you have and the fertilizer you want to use. This allows your farm to have multiple outputs at a fixed ratio with one Growshroom. So super interesting, and he's still definitely reliable there. Now some big stuff with combat optimizations. They fixed Doombringer buff stacking issue. They adjusted PvP damage and weapon accuracy display. This was actually massive because certain kinds of gear was not affected by PvP damage. And they also added weapon inspection and hit counter features to multiple weapons. Wilderness also got some optimizations. They prohibited the construction near Ripley's Market Scarecrow, and they added camera height adjustments, essentially adjusting the player's character's vertical position on the screen. Next up, we have the interaction and art optimizations. They improve the appearance of the teleportation towers and the Deviant's SFX, and they enhance control functions and settings displays with that. Now this is under the trade section, but this is for Nisa's Loot Crate, which now will have a chance to drop a legendary mod at a 30% rate. Deviations now had some interaction optimizations where they simplified the synchronization and withdrawal controls. Under the character controls and camera section, they had some fixed interactions and clipping issues, and they adjusted the camera sensitivity and fluidity. Under the task narrative optimizations, they have an easier viewing of purchasable items in neutral settlements. For the cosmetic portion of this, they added more hair color presets and they enhanced the result screen, which will congratulate the top players in Prime Wars and Stronghold Conquests. For PC optimizations, the resolution can now be changed when playing in full screen mode. And last up here for the other adjustments, they optimized the Mana Bus scenario on PvE servers, and a new server-wide task and reward has been added for Phase 5 of this season. Jumping over, we have the new August theme events, we have the shop arrivals and some things there with that. I also want to mention briefly, there was a ton of bug fixes for territory, wilderness, and combat stuff, game modes, deviations, and other fixes there. Although I don't feel the need to go over all of those because there is quite a lot. Again, if you want to check out the full patch notes, I will link to it down below. Jumping back quickly, the August themed events. Now they do mention here that more events will gradually be unlocked in the game as it progresses. So first up here, the login event will happen on August 1st, the 8th, and the 15th. Special rewards will be unlocked, including epic cosmetics, crimson spider gloves, and a butterfly emissary crate. Rewards can be claimed anytime before the event ends on September 4th. The two upcoming events here are the Wilderness Express, which starts on August 15th. You'll enjoy racing through the wilderness alone or as a team and earn rating for mileage and collisions achieved. And by hitting certain rating marks, you can get Star Crom, as well as the limited edition cosmetic Wish Vest. Really cool there, they are adding racing. This was teased a bunch on the Discord as well as just from Dev Talks. Now they're finally implementing that, and that will start on August 15th. Secure on Site is the next event starting on August 22nd. During this event, you have to defeat enemies to earn loot crates, which may contain a specimen card, which will be a variance of different cards there. You can then fill the encyclopedia to obtain rewards. There's going to be some more details, but you'll have to refer to the event screen for detailed rules. Again, that might be showcased with this update, or might have to wait till August 22nd. Jumping over, they have the new shop arrivals. They have here the epic quality outfit Racing Loon, as well as a discounted theme pack. They're adding a neon series of epic weapon cosmetics for the Soaker, the MG4, the KV SPR, and other popular weapons. They added a city vending machine cosmetic for the vending machines. It's the first facility cosmetic to be available, and it comes in 3 colors. So for those that love trading and having cosmetics, this definitely might be for you. To which they also are going to add a Sunny Coast living room furniture set. Obviously, this is for the home stuff, so if you're into the homemaking things, this will definitely be up your alley. Also, as of right now, there is no visuals for any of these things, including the shop items. If they do add any visuals, I'll be sure to link to it down below or cover it in a future video. Jumping over, I do have a couple last-minute mentionables here. The first thread here, talking about are we facing a content shortage or lack of endgame, essentially goes over the different phases. As we saw with Phase 3, we had quite a drop-off with the content that we could do and complete. However, with Phase 4, we did see a bit of a jump up. We still don't know for sure how Phase 5 is going to be, especially with these new events. It could be pretty good. Although there is one note here where someone said, now take this chart, remove Prime Wars, and instead replace them with Ghost Town, Conquest Zones, Frontiers, and you have PvP servers. Yeah, unfortunately, what I'm starting to notice is that the PvP servers are unfortunately a bit lackluster with this game. I really was hoping that the PvP would be kind of like the forefront of stuff, as they kind of said that they wanted to lean into PvP more than the PvE stuff. I hope they get this right for next season, or the next season reset, as more than likely if PvP servers don't receive Prime Wars or any other incentive to play, I more than likely will be going to a PvE server after this reset. I'm going to continue playing on my current server as I do enjoy it overall. Also, the warband that I originally joined is filling up a lot now, but it's because a lot of them have consolidated into one, joining into much more larger warbands. I'm also noticing that chat now on PvP servers is a bit lackluster. Seems like PvE servers got all the fun with the Prime Wars, at least there was something to do there. Whereas the PvP servers kind of seem locked down to a smaller group of people. Also the fact that certain things have to be bidded for and things like that. Again, if they don't fix PvP servers, if they don't make some adjustments there with the Prime Wars, or at least give the PvP servers Prime Wars, I do think that they have to make that consolidation there. even if it's reduced rewards or whatever they have to do. Again, more than likely, I will make the jump to PvE servers if we don't see any significant changes with PvP. So super unfortunate there, but I hope they do fix that. Also, if you're wanting to catch eels, it's actually really easy to get them. There's been a lot of people that have been trying to sell them and make some game off this, but it's now time people should understand this. You can head to Myers Market and get some mince bait. You head to the ocean and you can get a lot there. People get these fairly easy. You can also see, as this post says, how to get the chance to get an electric eel. You can even see the eel swimming beforehand, so if you don't see an eel, you can cancel it. Obviously, it takes a little bit longer to finish casting and catching a fish, so you might as well just reel in if you don't see an eel. Also, jumping over here, I featured a build in my last video people really liked. This one is also insane. This was submitted for the Top Architect Season 1. This one is really cool overall. I love the lighting on this one, and the design is super unique. It's not fully glass, and I really like what they did with it, kind of changing it up throughout the patterns here. Again, another really cool build, and they even have like some front statue stuff going on. I really like this one overall. I'll include a link to it down below if you want to check out all the pictures there. Overall, that should about cover today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one. Doses.